What do we got? Syndicate missions. Here's the thing. I assume at this point that people have unlocked syndicates. Unless you want to sort of mess with your standing with your syndicates, you're pretty much well off just focusing on, you know, the ones you're attached to. So what I'm gonna recommend is, like, don't push through these and sort of mess with your standing and by like doing all of them in one go. Just do 3 per day, right? Like I'm doing currently Steel Meridian and Red Veil. So I'm just gonna do the 3 Steel Meridian missions, and then like tomorrow I'll do another 3 of these, and then the day after I'm gonna do another 3 of these, and then I'm gonna do like 1, and then we're gonna be done. Now I'm not just doing Steel Meridian and Red Veil, I'm actually doing 4 syndicates at the same time. So what you can do is you can fiddle around a bit with your regalia. Currently I'm using the Steel Meridian one, but if I'm gonna run these missions,
Operator,
I'm gonna put on Cephalon Sudas.
what are you thinking about?
And I'm gonna take the strongest Cephalon Suda I currently have, which is the Hexan Sigil. It's on my back, you can't see it, but it's there. Because normally, since I am, since the ones I have are like Red Veil and Steel Meridian, as long as I'm using the Steel Meridian logo, I'm just gonna be increasing these 2, decreasing these 2, and these 2, Suda and Hexes, are gonna be unaffected. If I run an actual Steel Meridian Syndicate mission, I'm gonna just get a base point for these 2 as it is, while I have this equipped, while I have the emblem for Cephalon Suda equipped. I will also be raising Cephalon Suda and Arbiters of Hexes. This will be unaffected, but this will drop. So I'm going to gain standing for Red Veil by running the Steel Meridian missions at a harder rate, or a high rate normally. Then I'm going to lose it by having this emblem equipped. So I'm actually going to go on positive with 4 different syndicates by having this. Now I'm just gonna do a thing here. I'm gonna buy something because I'm close to the max and I don't want to accidentally max it out while I'm still purchasing things here. So we can stencil. Nah, fuck it. Let's buy Hoonhouse Scene. Yeah, sure, we'll purchase it because I'm in the process of maxing these out anyway. All right, that's 1. The rest are fine. The rest are fine. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm again gonna switch to solo, and the reason why is because I'm actually not gonna be hunting for insignias. And I'm gonna be kind. I'm not gonna be an asshole. Because, you know, when you run these in public missions, most of the time people are going to want to hunt for insignias. I have so many. I have so many.
Eliminate all corpus threats.
So I'm not going to be hunting for them. If I pick one up along the way, if I just see them, then that's great.
A lot of people are depending on you to get this.
But in general, I'm going to ignore them. I'm not even going to be looking for them.
We'll need to be careful.
But I think it's kind of a dick move to run these missions and just blaze through them and then run to the exit as fast as you can while there are people out there who are, in fact, you know, trying to find all the insignias before they extract. Let's not be like that. So as you can see, I'm an Equinox main. Just imagine actually sort of like clicking on buttons to kill enemies. What sort of idiots would do that? Who would actually click buttons to play the video game? Now this strategy is a bit different. Ooh, an Eximus. On high level missions, Equinox can't melt people like this on high level missions, but you can still collect your main counter, like build that up, and whenever you want to, just press your 4 to detonate everything on the map. So this scales. This scales and works on high level content as well. And as you can obviously see, holy shit, Equinox is such a beast for focus farming. Let's see how much focus that is.
Transference still hold.
3,000 focus for doing
Well done.
nothing. I am just running through this. I haven't fired a single shot this entire mission. Oh well. And then we can just click the everything dies button for good measure. I had to fire a shot. Would have felt weird to just, you know, play a Warframe mission and not fire a gun. So as you can see, I gain standing with 4 different syndicates by doing these, leveling them up. You can do that. You can do that, so it doesn't have to be a slog to just raise up all the syndicates, and you obviously want to raise up all the syndicates because you want to raise your mastery rank to as high as it can get. And every syndicate has weapons that you can only get with that syndicate.
The sector
Right.
is under control. Resistance crushed.
Mobile defense. Great. That takes a bit longer. But we're doing that too. Every syndicate has unique weapons, and every syndicate has parts for arcwing weapons. Arch guns, arch melee.
This is a
So if you
defense
want
mission.
to raise yourself
Must
to
deliver
the
payloads
max
and
rank
defend a
possible,
number of locations while I break
which is
into
currently
them.
master rank
Be
28,
prepared for heavy
that's the highest you can
resistance.
get.
I can't do this without
But if you want to do that, then
Okay.
you gotta eventually do your
A lot of
syndicates.
people are depending on
All
you to
6
get
of them.
this done.
Kinda rough, but you know, it is what it is.
Spotted. Upload me and prepare
Now,
to defend.
these guys, as you can see, they're not melting quite as fast. And the reason for that is because
Take a moment.
the thing that really sort of sets Equinox apart is that this maim ability just damages everything close to me. It completely ignores shields. Slash damage, all of it. So that means is that like enemies who basically rely on shields for their defense, specifically the Corpus, the Corpus struggles with Equinox. Corpus generally doesn't have a good time when there's an Equinox
To
around.
defend.
With these guys, on high level content, they're like, I mean, they're still melting. See, they're still melting. I'm getting some help from my syndicate buddies here, just picking people off. In general, I still don't actually have to click buttons. Ooh, it's an Eximus. I'm gonna have to click a button. Okay, I clicked the everything dies button, so he died. But normally I don't have to click buttons to kill these guys either. But this is... And when I say low-level content, I mean it's not that low-level, right? Can some of these guys just be alive for long enough so that I can hover over them and see what level they are?
Move on.
Okay, level 25.
Multiple biosignatures
Yeah,
detected.
yeah,
Gun
okay,
infested
fine.
incoming.
It's pretty low
Time to
level.
find a terminal.
It's pretty low
Proceed
level.
and prepare.
But still, like they die, they melt because they're standing close to me. That is what's happening here. If you're wondering why they are all dying, it's because of my expert gameplay. What I'm doing, you might not be able to understand what I'm doing because it's going too fast for your eyes to capture. I am maneuvering myself, right? I'm skillfully maneuvering myself so that I am standing close to them. Is what I'm doing, if I'm gonna describe my gameplay. And when I have maneuvered myself so that I'm standing close to them, what happens is that they die. There's some nuance to this, right? Sometimes there could be like some terrain in the way, making it slightly more difficult to maneuver yourself to where you're standing close to them. What you have to do in those cases is you have to actually move around the terrain. I'm just gonna click the everything dice button. There we go. But once you have moved around the terrain,
Continue to
you
defend.
can once again maneuver yourself closer to the enemies. And when you do that, they die. Like that, right? What you can also do... Alright, you know what? You know what you can actually do? Here, I actually have a number 2 ability. When I hit enemies with my number 2 ability like this, they die even faster. The enemies hit by my number 2 ability die even faster. And my number 3 ability increases the ability strength of me and everyone around me.
You're finished here. Move
So what that means is that by maneuvering closer to enemies, they will die even faster. So that's how you play Equinox. I've heard it said that Equinox can change different forms. That Equinox has a day form and supposedly Equinox also has a night form, which can put enemies to sleep and heal allies. I have never seen this in practice. I'll just have to take people's word for it when they say that Equinox also has a night form, which can put enemies to sleep and heal allies. I don't know why anyone would ever use that when you can just click the everything dies button. But for real though, you know the saying. A good offense
terminal.
is the best defense. And people say that. It's a thing people say. And the reason why people say that is,
This will take
well, because it tends to be true. Why would you need to heal allies if your enemies die long before they even get close to you, right? I click the everything dies button. The fanciest thing about clicking the everything dies button is that it also detonates sort of like all your scenery and surroundings and stuff. So as you can see, I broke some container far away by clicking the everything dies button, which revealed that there's an
Still working on
Iaton
it.
star
Continue
somewhere
to
over there.
defend.
I'm gonna pick that one up on the way out, obviously. There's gas in here, I don't like it. Get some Eximus enemies out of this as well. I mean, if you just play the game, enough, you're gonna be encountering Eximus enemies now and again. The longer you stay in a mission, the more Eximus enemies are gonna spawn in. And getting 100 Eximus kills, it's not hard. You'll do it just by playing the game normally, right? And there we go.
The odds were
We beat the
against us,
game.
Tenno, but we did it.
Woo! Gotta jump out of here. But there's also ways of, like, you know, doing it fast. If you want to, you can kill 100 Eximus enemies in, like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. Less. 15. Oh no, I can't get more focus. Oh no, a juggernaut.
That was a juggernaut. They were lured out by of infested. Lay low
That has
and
too much
shoot
health.
away or amp
It
up the
won't
fight to
won't
draw them.
insta die just from standing close to me. I actually am gonna have to shoot that. That's rough. Or not. I'll just escape. Haha! Oh right, I also have to do mobile defense missions. So that's nice. That's killing 2 birds. 2 birds with 1 stone. And that's what we do here. We're bird killers. I got cats. Just got cats. They're also bird killers. They're not very good at it though. They're not hunting cats. They're indoors cats. They're very fancy. Kind of stupid, but very fancy. They don't do much hunting. I've seen them try to hunt, like chase a string and stuff. They're not very good at it. No siree. So we're not gonna do 10 Syndicate missions on this run. We're only gonna do these 3. And then tomorrow, that's gonna reset. And I'm gonna do 3 more. And the day after that, I'm gonna do 3 more.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor.
Yeah.
Reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells.
So, out of the 3 factions, right? We have 1 mission here that's Corpus, 1 that's Grenier, and 1 that's Infested. And the Grenier have more health. They have more health, more armor, than all the other factions. They are chunkier boys. That's always been the case in Warframe. Whereas the Infested are pushovers, and the Corpus are pretty easy to kill. So what that means in practice is that what that means in practice is that as like things scale up and your damage levels get like all super stupid. Damn it. I actually have to do this. The only thing that's sort of going to give you any sort of challenge is the Grineer. That's unfortunately just, you know, how the game is scaled. Whereas Corpus are generally always going to be pretty easy to kill. And Infested are just waves of trash mobs. They're strength in numbers. Yeah.
Lock down the coolant cells. We have no choice but to destroy them. The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage.
So you know what that means in terms of how you sort of build a Warframe and how you balance things.
Coolant cell destroyed.
Is that you always you spec for the Grineer. Straight up.
When the reactor is
You don't make a build that's going to be able to clear high-level Corpus content or high-level Infested content, because that's not going to be a problem. You spec for the Grineer, because high-level Grineer units are the ones that are going to give you problems. It can also be sort of a bit valid, I guess, to, hey, check out what my kill button can do. That makes that easier.
A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find to open it.
Maybe to an extent nowadays. It's also correct to sort of spec for sentience. So they can also be pretty goddamn tough. But in general, you want your build to be able to take out Grineer. Which is why traditionally corrosive projection, the aura mod that decreases enemy armor, it has been the most important one to get. The one that's meta, as it were. Because, you know... Where is it? Something's zapping me. Because, you know, stuff that removes enemy shields or lowers shields, not that important. Because, you know, I'm gonna be able to kill that anyway. Same with sort of damage types. You want the damage types that tend to be effective against Grineer. So, you know, status weapons, heat, and viral. Previously it was corrosive, because corrosive strips armor. It's still good. Corrosive is still good against your Grineer. But just, you know, viral is just so much better than everything else in the game right now. So that like you just do viral, right? Anywho, that's today's 3 Syndicate missions. Still haven't gotten any cephalites. So I guess at this point maybe we should take a look at like the star map. See if we can see anything about that. Because it said that we get cephalites by playing missions. Let's see, switch to public. Does it show anything on the star map? I don't see anything here that would sort of give a hint to where that would be. Can you see anything here that sort of gives a hint to where anything would be? No? Alright. Is it when you like level up in Nightwave? Is that it? Getting more Nightwave ranks?
Oh yeah, I don't have a line.
Cause I haven't ranked up yet. I'm gonna try that. I can catch some rare servo fish. Okay. Okay, we can do that. Let's see. Let's see. Ah, yeah.